It ended up in the forward motion. Referee right on the spot there to see that and award the forward pass. Oh, I need to have a lie down.
And right now, joining us here is the women's plate final. It is the Life West women, and they'll be taking on Nova, the Northern Virginia side. And this is the 2015 USA Rugby Emirates Airline Club Sevens National Championships. I'm Dallin Stanford, and with me is former Australian Sevens legend Mark Stabina. And on the left of your screen are the Nova team taking on, of course, the Life West ladies.
Life West ladies. Life West ladies just brimming with talent. Pace to burn. As is Nova. They've had a fantastic tournament. Really impressed these last 2 days. I'd have to say Life West has the firepower to do it, but anything can happen in finals rugby.
And we're underway here. Life West moving the ball away. Amy Neighbour, she's been so good on attack. Neighbour back to Nia Williams has dropped that one cold. Very uncharacteristic play from her. And Nova come away with possession as they see what they can spark here through Nelson on the outside. And now it is Gets the live wire back inside to Nelson. On the outside, great little looping play indeed. Emily Blees, she's cut down inside the 22. But Nova start this game off in a flurry. Gets moves it away. Atkins looking for that short ball. Williams comes in and makes a big tackle. So strong on her feet. Gets tries to go on the outside. Hemlock couldn't quite collect that. Nova, though, still trying to probe their way through here. Hemlock. Now they've got some numbers and a bit of width. Runners coming in at short angles here. Nova inside the 22 again. Good opening passage of play for them. Ball players off their ground. It'll be an early penalty, and Gets will tap and go straight away. She sees if she can catch them unawares. Picked up, and Nova still inside the 22. Just using phases with Emily Blees. It squirts backwards and goes in the hands of Hildreth. Williams tries to steal that back, and now there's no one back almost with Megan Hansen. Flings it away. Beautiful defense coming in. And all of a sudden, Catherine Hemlock finds herself in a lot of pressure, and the turnover is good. And we will see a foot race here. Williams for the outside. Oh, what a tackle and what a fan. Into the face she goes. The classic Russian handshake. And now Life West try to go back to the short side. They want Williams with ball in hand. Williams again, one-on-one. You won't stop her a second time unless you're the touchline.
Wow, as we look at the clock, 4 minutes, 54 seconds. That means, Dallin, that passage of play virtually lasted 2 minutes. Wow, and these girls are out on their feet, but fantastic effort from both teams. The early knock on by Williams handed possession over to Nova. Nova said, thank you very much, Nia. Try and stop us now. And they put 25,000 phases together, but the defense of Life West stayed strong.
Nova right now, lucky with that one. Nelson will throw in. Going short, wasn't quite the 5 meters though, so it's going to be a chance here for Life to get a scrum or line out.
So you see the crowd building nicely here in Iowa. The Iowans. No farmers market today, Dallin, which means big crowd out here at the rugby.
Looping around now is McAfee, the Australian player. Down to the deck. Went backwards, says referee Emily Shear. And now Williams steps. Lovely pass as well. Comes to the outside. Not quite to hands, but Irene Gardner moves it back in field, the former Eagle legend. And now Ravetti. Ravetti sees a bit of space, sees Williams on the outside, 2-on-1, and you won't catch Williams even if you're driving a Corvette. Try time.
Brilliant play, Life West. In particular, the player that made the break was Ravetti, if memory serves me correctly. She did really well. Shook off one tackler, but she was a little off balance. Regained her composure to then draw the last defender and put Nia Williams away. That's what Nia likes to do. Just give her open space. Let her run free. She will score tries. And the conversion successful here, so Life West 7, Nova 0, Dallin.
Watch the replay here. And as you said, Morgan Ravetti started this motion.
She did, and you can see just burst through the hole. A couple of tacklers actually attempted to bring her down. And then there was the last defender to beat, as I mentioned, Nia Williams. She knows where to be. She knows how to score tries.
She was the MVP of the 2014 Sevens National Championships. And you can see why. Goes Temi's Gardner. Oh, almost a brilliant take from Irene Gardner. Couldn't handle it in the end. And they're going to come back for the knock-on.
What a sensational restart. Great kick. Literally just crept over that 10-metre line. Gardner was right there. She knew exactly where the ball was going to land. Got her hands to it, in fact, and a little bit unlucky. She might have been hit in the air. It's hard to tell from here whether her foot was on the ground, but obviously the referee was in a better position than us, and she says no, knocked forward, Nova ball at the scrum.
Early push though, so they'll get the penalty. Quick tap and go. Hemlock. Such a live wire player for the Nova side. Up to the halfway line. Nova looking for Hildreth. And then back on the outside to Emily Blees. She's had a very active game so far. Gets thrown to the deck. And Williams is all over that. But knocked it on in the process.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of scrappy play at the moment. It's that period of the game with a minute to go where legs are weary. There's a substitution here for Nova. Bit of fresh legs right before the break. Could be a good tactic. Just bring someone on and perhaps turn the play for Nova and get a score before the halftime break. Get some confidence.
Yeah, and who they're bringing on is Emily Fulbrook. And she's only 20 years old and she has been lightning on the outside. Scored a couple of good tries yesterday. And let's see if they can get the ball in her hands. Hemlock moves it out now. Looking for the inside pass though. Using their forward runners now on the short side. Whoa, big tackle coming in, driving Megan Hansen, the 33-year-old, in her tracks. And now the no-look pass by Hemlock. Doesn't quite work out, so Life West pounce onto this ball. And they're on attack. Siva throws it inside to McAfee. And now Gardner. Space for Amy Neighbour to navigate. And of course, it's Williams. The inside-outside swerve. And even though Fulbrook has fresh legs, she doesn't have two of Williams's legs.
Poor old Fulbrook. You don't want to come onto the field fresh, wanting to inject yourself into a game. And first thing you are required to do is try and stop Nia Williams scoring a try. But look, that all came back. A feature of Life West game is their crunching defence. You know, they just put a lot of pressure on Nova, and you can just see Nova, you know, they're wanting to move the ball around, but they're just being stifled at the moment by a great amount of pressure from Life. Forced the turnover at the breakdown, and it was just a simple matter of spreading the ball out to that girl, Nia Williams.
Yeah, wonderful stuff indeed. And Life West just stacked with talent. And so that brings up the half-time. Alex Hauser coming on for his side. And Adrian Ferris as well. Both coaches looking after the Life West team. One of the three teams that have both women and men's teams here. And they're at a good 12-0 lead. And while we have a quick break, might as well thank another one of our supporters with USA Rugby. And we already mentioned Smith & Forge Hard Cider, World Rugby Shop, as well as Fly Emirates. Of course, we've got to thank BLK. BLK Clothing. And Beyond Limits Known is what that gear stands for. And you can go online, BLK, check them out, get any gear you need. Of course, their stuff is available as well at worldrugbyshop.com. And we're wearing a couple of nice new USA Rugby polos, thanks to the quick thinking and quick feet from Alex Solomon at USA Rugby. And he's been helping us all this weekend, getting all the team notes sorted out, and very valuable asset for USA Rugby.
Yes, I do love my BLK polo. So we're about to resume play here. 12-0 to Life West. You see they've got a good grasp of this game. I'm sure if I was the coach of Nova, I'd be saying, it's still in sights, we can still win this game. We need to strike and strike early. Probably need a little bit more depth in attack, I would say, as well, because that defence from Life West is quite stifling right now.
So on the left of your screen, We have the Life West Gladiators on the right, Nova. I'm Dallin Stanford. With me is former Australian legend Mark Stabina. And Nova back into the action straight away on the outside with Fullbrook. Fullbrook will take on Williams. Won't win the race as she ducks under the tackle. The ball squirts loose and it's advantage here for Life West. But nothing coming of it in the end.
Yes, Fullbrook, she did well. I mean, she knew she was up against it with Nia Williams in pursuit. She actually had the presence of mind to stop and not be taken over the sideline, bring it back in, but just losing control of the ball as she came back in at the ruck. Can't afford to do that. You need to set up your ball, wait for your support, and then restart the play again. But Life West now, the 40-metre line with a good attacking opportunity.
They got some real width and look for their centre playmaker, A.B. Neighbour. She earned her first cap this summer with the Eagles. The ball comes to her now. Born in Fiji. Gets the ball away to Williams. Williams cuts back inside. This time they managed to stop her forward motion. Still going strong on Life West. Neighbour comes to help out and McAfee moves it away. Gardner gets a great dummy. Pass on the outside to Siva. Siva cuts in. Nova defense scrambling here to stop the Life West team as they've got numbers to burn here on the outside. Neighbour fends back inside to McAfee, looking for the switch. And finally comes in the form of another try. And it's Life West that extend their lead straight away, 17-0.
Well, that was just lovely sevens play, Dallin. Again, and this girl, Nia Williams, just so exciting to watch. Not only is she blisteringly fast, she knows her way around the rugby field as well, and she was orchestrating everything in that play. She can pass the ball, she can come in and hit through the middle, and it was good support play up wide. The girls moving the ball nicely, accurate passes, enabled them to get that far downfield, and Megan Foster dotting down for a great try for Life West.
Yeah, Foster, the collegiate All-American who played a rugby at Cal State. Chico, the student who lives in Davis, California, extends the lead, 17-0 as the crowd starts singing Coming Alive here at the James County Soccer Complex in Des Moines, Iowa. If you just join us, this is the 2015 USA Rugby Emirates Airline Club Sevens National Championships, and we're now into the finals of the various bowl divisions. We've did those, and now we're into the plate. So these are the teams that lost out in the cup quarters. Thundering tackle coming in from Siva. And now they move it. Big tackle from Neighbour, diving over the top. And Nova still picking up and getting some good go-forward ball. Hildreth takes them on herself. They're going to get a penalty for coming in from the side.
Yes, Nova need to just settle down here and get themselves out of this territory, but need to put something together quickly, Dallin. They need to get points on the board.
3.5 minutes remain. Cut back. Looking for the outside. Almost intercepted. Knocked down. So just be a knock on, not a penalty. The motion was upward for intercepting motion and not slapping it down.
Yes, Nova at the moment. Just seeing a wall of green jerseys everywhere. As Life West put the squeeze on. Going for the intercept there. Just getting in between the two Nova players. Just making their presence felt in defence, Life West. Nova definitely feeling the pinch, but there's still an opportunity here.
Super subs coming on the field though for Life West. Nikki Kenyon, Emily Roscoff, and as well as Cameo Motley onto the field also. Nova need to get a couple of fresh legs on the field. They have their new player Fullbrook in, and of course she's up against it right now. Trailing 17-0. The ball spits loose. Life West come pummeling onto it. On the outside, of course, Williams rounds out. She's too quick, she's too fast. And another score.
Yeah, another score as a result of that pressure again from Life West. Just too much pressure. Nova, knowing they needed to score. As we've mentioned before, in the course of this tournament, Dallin, when you find yourself down so many points, it's really hard to remain patient, put the phases together, which is required because it's psychologically against your favour. You tend to start pushing the pass, wanting to try things and do it quickly. We call it panic play. Can't afford to panic in this game. Life West pouncing on the errors of Nova at the moment.
24-0. The kick is good from Siva. She may take a break. She gets subbed off the field now. And 1 minute 40 left in this game. The plate champions looking to finish off here with a few more tries. The Life West side. But Nova want to come back and score a couple tries of their own. And Kelly Frank, the transport engineer, takes it up and gets a penalty for her side. And now Emily Blees will look to provide some playmaking off Hemlock. Hemlock takes it up, looking for Bleeth. Hemlock sets a gap herself, and there's Bleeth running on her pocket. It squirts up though nicely for Hildreth, and then being intercepted after the knock-on. And Life West Gladiators, Life West women's side, take it up front here, and that's Raza onto the field as well with Roscoff on the outside. Oh, Williams took her off this one, and thankfully she did, otherwise it would have been another try. Nova very happy about that, but they give away a penalty in the end, and now is a real chance here for them to extend their lead. Ball goes backwards. Looping around is Nia Williams. She throws it back to the pocket. Big tackles coming in, but Life West charging on the outside. This is a great run, and now still in field for the ladies of Life West, but it's been picked up in the end from Nova. Nova come away with it. Hildreth flicks it up, and Kelly Frank in there also. Oh, but it's been knocked on. Oh, what a passage of play.
It was indeed, just ball spilling all over the place. And Life West making a few uncharacteristic errors, keeping Nova in this game. But Nova just demonstrating my point before, Dallin. They had the ball, they had an attacking opportunity, and just pushing those passes in the tackle that you normally wouldn't push if you showed patience, if you had time on your side. They don't, so they have to go for it. They need to score quickly. It quite often ends in errors.
Life West inside their 22, they fling it down, bobbling, and finally comes up to Nia Williams. Williams, stutter steps, the first, and then the second. Hildreth on the inside. Fullbrook rounded as well. Another one to beat. Goes back inside. Hemlock can only watch from the sidelines as Nia Williams pulls up a beach towel and just enjoys a stunning day here in Des Moines, Iowa.
Wow, what can you say about Nia Williams? I mean, she could possibly end up with MVP of this tournament as well. She's played well enough to do it, but you know, even with Nova putting themselves in front with plenty of players to try and stop Williams, she's just proving to be unstoppable.
And that is full time here at the James County Sports Complex. It is 31-0 that Life West have taken out Nova and won the plate division. And we can take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the Schuylkill River taking on Old Blue in the plate final.